Hello everyone and welcome to another powerful episode. I am your host Lenox Augo, and today we want to discuss rivalries shaping global politics, the ongoing and evolving conflicts between Israel and Iran. This isn't just a war between two nations, it is a complex and shadow battlefield involving powerful global players like the United States, Russia, China, and several others, from proxy warfare to nuclear tension. Today, we uncover what lies beneath the surface. Buckle up because this episode will reveal what mainstream headlines often leave out. To understand the present, we need to go back to the past. Before 1979, believe it or not, Israel and Iran were not enemies. In fact, Iran under Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi had a friendly relationship with Israel, and there was a diplomatic ties and weapon deals and intelligence sharing. But everything changed with the Islamic Revolution in 1979. Ayatollah Khomeini overthrew the Shah and introduced an Islamic theocracy that denounced Israel's very dangerous existence. Israel was suddenly labeled the Zionist enemy, and from that moment, Iran's foreign policy became aggressively anti-Israel. So why do these nations hate each other so much? At the heart of it lies ideology, power, and survival. Iran has openly supported armed groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas, and Palestinian Islamic Jihad in Gaza, all who are enemies of Israel. These groups don't just disagree with Israel, they want it gone. Israel sees Iran's support for these militants as an existential threat, and Iran's nuclear ambitions and the stakes go from serious to deadly. While Iran insists its nuclear program is peaceful, Israel and much of the West believes otherwise. Now, let's talk about how this war is being fought. It is not a conventional war with front lines and tanks. It is a shadow war. In Syria, Israeli jets routinely bomb Iranian positions and weapons convoys to prevent arms transfer to Hezbollah. In Lebanon, Hezbollah has amassed over 100,000 rockets aimed at Israeli cities. Covert assassinations have targeted Iranian nuclear scientists, and Israel is widely believed to be behind them. In the cyber front, malware like the infamous Stuxnet virus, reportedly developed by Israeli and American intelligence, disabled Iranian nuclear centrifuges. It is a war without declarations, fought in the shadows. At this point, we must bring the biggest player in this drama, the United States. America is Israel's staunchest ally, providing billions in military aid, advanced weaponry, and unwavering diplomatic backing. When tensions escalate, the US usually steps in on Israel's side. The Trump administration, for instance, withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal and reimposed crushing sanctions on Tehran. Under President Biden, negotiations tried to resume, but trust between Washington and Tehran remains broken. In 2020, the US killed Qasem Soleimani, Iran's top general, in an airstrike. That wasn't just an operation. It was a message to Iran that America is deeply involved in this power struggle. But the US Army is not the only global power in the room. Russia is also playing a significant role. Russia supports Iran's presence in Syria, mainly because both back the Assad regime. At the same time, Russia maintains strategic communication with Israel to avoid coincidental conflict in Syria airspace. It is a balancing act. Moscow has sold weapons to Iran, but it doesn't want to see a full-scale war erupt in the region. Russia's interest isn't loyalty, it is leverage. By playing both sides, Russia ensures it remains relevant in Middle East diplomacy. Let's not forget the other players like Saudi Arabia and the Gulf states. Long-time rivals of Iran have slowly shifted towards Israel. Countries like the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain normalized relations with Israel through the Abraham Accord, driven partly by their shared fear of Iranian expansion. Meanwhile, China has deepened its ties with Iran through a 25-year strategic partnership focused on energy and infrastructure. Europe is trying to mediate, hoping to save the Iran nuclear deal, but their influence is often overshadowed by American and Israeli headline positions. The Middle East has become a chessboard, and each of these countries is moving its pieces carefully. Fast forward to recent years, that is 2023 to 2025, has been the most explosive period in this Cold War. In October 2023, Hamas launched a large-scale surprise attack on Israel, killing hundreds while Iran denied direct involvement. It was widely accused of funding and training the attackers. Then came April 2024 when Iran launched a missile attack on Israeli soil, the first direct strike from Iran itself. Israel responded with strikes deep inside Iran. Meanwhile, Hezbollah began launching drone and rocket attacks from the north. The region was and is still teetering on the edge of full-blown war. So, what does the future hold? A direct Israel-Iran war is no longer unthinkable. Such a conflict could easily pull in the United States, Gulf nations, even Russia and Turkey. The consequences would be catastrophic, not just for the Middle East, but globally through disrupted oil flows, cyber chaos, and potential nuclear escalation. Yet, diplomacy is still flickering in the background. Whether it is enough to stop the missile and reverse the hit, that remains the question. Here is the truth. The Israeli-Iran conflict isn't just about two hostile governments. It is a global story of ideology, survival, and power. And as long as Iran funds militant groups and pursues its nuclear ambitions, and Israel defends itself through military security and international alliances, the shadow war will rage on. Understanding this conflicts means understanding how fragile peace is in our world and how closely we are all tied to what happens in the Middle East. Thanks for tuning into this deep dive on the Israel-Iran conflict. If you found this episode informative, please follow, share, or drop a review on your favorite podcast platform. Have a question or what to suggest a topic for the next episode? Connect with me on social media. I love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay sharp and never stop questioning the world around you. I am your host, Lenox Augo.